What's up, everybody? So I decided I got to hit y'all with a video and try to come more regularly so I can get everything just rolling. Um, Once again, this is dealing with juvenile incarceration, and I went to prison for 20 years when I was 16, and it's something I'm gonna push forth for my agenda to help the youth. Uh, Let me see. There's no order to the videos or anything like that. I'm just gonna make the necessary impact with them that I can at this time, and I'm gonna continue on. And I'm not gonna get stop or nothing like that. I didn't know this YouTube stuff was as difficult as it is, but we gonna work with it and keep it pushing. Um, Mind you, I went to prison, and I went to prison with three other my little partners that I had met. We all got arrested, separate cases in jail, and we all facing a lot of time. And so they drop us into the prison. It's 16, 16, 15. That's what our ages are. They're young black males because they wouldn't do that to nobody else. So we get to the prison, and when you sentenced to death in there and life without necessarily, you doing time differently than other people because you're not going home. And my two other partners that I got dropped in there that was also young black juveniles, they were sentenced to life with. I was the only one sentenced to the most harshest time. My partner Wes, laid back, you know what I'm saying, real cool youngster. You know what I'm saying? And he was cool, he just laid back. My other partner, Macklemore, he was a little wild like me, you know what I'm saying? And Wes was kind of like our balance of the group, you know what I'm saying? We all had plenty heart, we all wasn't no punk and all that other stuff. So, but I quickly realized that once I got in there, that my journey was not going to be there with the amount of time that I had, and I was sentenced to die in that place and not to go home and things of that nature. Because they would go into the caseworker office, and the caseworker would be like, okay, we're going to try to get you into some programs and so on and so forth. So try to get you, prepared for the streets because you'll go to parole board in 10 years. I go into the caseworker office and they look at my file and look at me and look up, look down, look up, and there is no date, because I had no date. You know what I'm saying? My only way out was to do like I did, and that was to fight through the court system, to the legal system. And if you looked at my YouTube, but you can click the link next to my name on the Instagram, and then you can also look me up at JJam27 Zaddy Sports on YouTube. But so when I knew immediately that we was, gonna do our time differently, because they had dates, I didn't have a date. My date was to die now, unless I could successfully fight the judicial system, which I didn't know nothing about at this time. So they drop us on the yard, and I'm looking around, and we figuring these things out. You know what I'm saying? And we juveniles in prison, like I told y'all in the previous video about Big Slim. It was thanks to him, and God, because I wouldn't be sitting in front of y'all right now if there was not a God, because I was blessed to be able to get out that place, and I was blessed. God blessed me with the knowledge and ability to be able to retain the knowledge in all those legal books I read all those years, and to file the papers and put forth the briefs and put them together and all this. And once again, I want to thank UNLV who supported me through that journey. Mary Byington, the legal professors at UNLV. I don't know where they at now. I'm going to try to reach out and contact them. They brought the kids in there from their legal classes, you know what I'm saying, to assist us, and also for us to assist them, with the things that we knew. But anyway, I'm going to move a little forward because my journey, I had to make somewhat different decisions, And one of my decisions was that I had to immediately establish myself in a different manner, And at this time now, it's these gang members coming through there. We're new to the people that's already in there, Crips and Bloods. That's what my generation is, Crips and Bloods. But in there they have, the Aryan Nation, the white dudes with the bolts on them. They have black guerrilla families and uh, uh, this other black group in there, they kind of dominating things and running things, but there's a change coming along in the prison. Now there's a change coming along, and that's the Crips and the Bloods and the other sects of black gang members that's coming through there, and they trying to get a hold on that and see what it's about and all that. But we taking over now, you know what I'm saying? And I was the first one from my neighborhood to go to prison. So they asking me, you know what I'm saying, like, so where you from and what is this? And, I rep my hood and I let them know where I was from, and I'm knowing that I'm the only one. But me and the other two individuals I went to prison with, we like three the hard way. They like, man, they put them youngsters in here. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that's cold how they did them. And so I go on, and I'm the first one from my neighborhood, so of course I can't be no punk, because I can't let nobody from my neighborhood come through there and be known as, oh man, your homeboy came through here, the first one, we know about him, he a punk, whatever the case may be. So the first one continues to be asking me these questions, you know what I'm saying? I immediately, and this probably stems from prison movies and things of that nature, I took right off, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you keep asking me where I'm from, homie? Let me show you what I'm about. Boom, 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 boom. There it is there, you know what I'm saying? I do my thing, you know what I'm saying? Knot him up pretty properly and stuff, because I haven't been properly introduced to the knives and all that things in prison yet. Mind you, I'm only 16 years old. So I continue to get in trouble like that, you know what I'm saying? I touch on different more stories in the future, but right now, I'm just getting y'all a good idea from my previous video. If you watch my previous video, please go back and watch it. Um, when I'm standing up in the brown with the microphone, please watch that one. That's the most important one. That's my initial first video. So I'm in and out the hole, and getting into a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And my partners, they trying to, establish themselves to get into different little programs that's going to assist them in getting home, but that's not going to help me because I'm sentenced to dying there. So when Supermax gets ready to open up, it's called Ely State Prison out here in Nevada, and we have a Carson City. So they immediately started shipping me around because I'm a knucklehead. I'm doing what I do. But now that I look back on it, God was guiding that journey, because I would not have met the individuals I needed to in order to successfully achieve getting out that place. I had to be around people that got a lot of time like me. And the prison they currently had me in was people with a lot of time, but people that was objective was trying to get home. And my objective could not be trying to get home. I had to learn how to do time. So when I get shipped out and I go to this super maximum security prison, my first introduction to that was it's really racism up in there inside the prison. And I seen these white dudes, black dudes. You got different cities, different states. You got people from my state in there and different things, Hispanic gangs, so forth, so on. Something that was very impactful on me when I first hit the Supermax was they used to make these cups. And these cups was coffee cups. And this older Aryan white dude, he liked me, and I got me a cup made. They would make these cups, and he would stencil these cups and take ashes from cigarettes. And once he finished it, when he rubbed his ashes on this cup, it would bring out this image of whatever image you chose that you wanted him to stencil on this cup. He also did tattoos. So this cup was nice, and he did this for everybody. And he had the most baddest cup in there, you know what I'm saying? And he kept his coffee in it, and he would bring his cup out and sit it on the table and things of that nature. And I'm telling y'all this for a reason, so you can understand the significance of something so small to y'all out here, or something so big in there for us. Well, this white dude in particular, that's with the Aryan Nation and all that, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all like, wow, he was talking to, it's because he knew I was about that life. I was about that business up in there, you know what I'm saying? So he respected me, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to like me because I was black, but he respected me. And I was young, and he was like, damn, you got a lot of time. God damn, that was the thing. And he had a lot of time. He had already been in there for like 20 years, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for that and more. So he had his cup out there on the tier one day, and his cup, or in the cell, or whatever the case may be, his cup came up missing. Mind you, this is his thing, his personal cup he didn't have for years. And nobody likes a prison thief. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, you know, a couple of little shipments of groups that came in, and in particular, it was one that had a young white dude on this that came in on this shipment. You know, the train. We call it the train. You know, we looking for the new people coming in. You know, and he's been introduced to supermax. Well, this dude, this young white dude, had liked that this cup that this old man had. Instead of getting him one, like I paid him to make me one, and you can pay him with commissary to make one. Commissary is the things we utilize in prison and get our food and stuff and things, stamps, soap, whatever. And he went and he had, after looking at it, he stole this cup and he had it hid in his property. Well, you know, we in Supermax, don't nobody play no games, you know. Anything get you killed in there, anything get you stabbed, you know. So he stole this man's cup that this man had 20 years, and he'd been in the prison 20 something years and more. So they looking around, they checking sales, you know, and they asking around, and it's gonna come up because nothing that happens in prison is not seen or known, you know. And somebody said, I remember that the kid over there, I think he was eyeing that cup and touched it. So you know, all the head white dudes and they couple of they, you know, hitters, you know what I'm saying? They missiles over there to shake his cell down. You know, he white, he got to accept that because you get in where you fit in. Say, can we gonna go, need to check your property, man? Somebody saying they seen you touching on people's shit, and we done already told you the rules in this prison is you don't touch other people's property. And he was like, I didn't take his cup, man, take his cup. So we got tubs, big yellow tubs in there that we keep our property in, and you know your little one box and tubs. So they go in there and they come out that cell with this cup. And everybody was like, damn, you know, the blacks sitting over here, the Mexicans sitting over here, and things of that nature. I'm giving y'all an idea how serious prison is, except when you're doing a lot of, especially when you're doing a lot of time, and you're around a lot of individuals who are doing a lot of time. You know, everything is very serious. You know, people always say you got a serious look on your face, you don't smile. It's not because it's not a choice. You know, that's just I didn't grow up in free society. I grew up inside of a prison, so I became prison, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to fight so hard to help the Clark County School District stop the pipeline to prison, as they would call it. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna continue to call it that, but I think it's just a misunderstanding with how they are approaching different young kids in the schools. But anyway, we'll get back to that. And when they came out with this guy's cup, you know, and he gave him his cup back and all that, he went to him and he's like, man, why you touch my stuff, man? Touch my property, man. And then he was like, hey, man, I don't give a fuck. He young and cocky and looking at this older white dude, you know, not knowing this dude and stabbed so many people in here and did so many things in here. And he's up in rank in there in the white group. And he's like, man, who you think you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Who you talking to like that? He got his bolts on his neck. He nice and in shape, and he don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? He barely smile, he barely laugh, and he just do his own thing. He do the cups, he do the tattoos. He's really quiet, you know. So this young white dude, he huffing and puffing, you know what I'm saying? He done did about 25, 30 push-ups, whatever you want to call it. He ain't even got a chance to hit the weight bar yet. And he said, man, you need to calm down. So the other white dude said, yeah, man, you got to show some respect, man, around here. And the little white dude, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to do what I do, you know, all this other extra stuff. So I'm watching this, but I'm playing chess right now with, over here with my brothers over here, you know what I'm saying, and a couple of my fellow gang members that I'm affiliated with that I know. And he's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Remind you, I'm 17 now, and I'm looking at this thing, and like, yeah, bro, make sure you got you some soups and stuff, because we're probably going to be locked down. Locked down for what? You know, he said, man, they ain't going to let that go. The dude talking shit, too, you know, he ain't accepting responsibility for the action. He said, man, nobody likes a prison thief. So I'm looking at my teacher like that, and he like, man, yeah, bro, so you ain't got no soups, I'll give you some soups and stuff, and we're going to be locked down. Locked down. Okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So going to sale, and you know, all of a sudden we come back out for chow time, dinner, line up, whatever. We line up doing our thing, regular prison stuff. And all of a sudden, I see a group of white dudes, you know, they marching down, and when them cells open, they go in his cell, this youngster, and they close the door. We going on out. The police, you know, police don't really care. Police are not to protect you in prison. Don't get it twisted about correctional officers. They are not to protect the prisoner from each other and nothing like that. They are to protect you from leaving out that prison and protect you from society because you are the threat to society. Mind you, once again, I'm 17 years old seeing all this. My teacher said, yeah, mind your business. Get in line. We're going to go eat. And I'm like, man, you see all the people going there? Yeah, we're seeing them. It ain't no big deal. We come back from chow. I'm telling you, and the doors pop again because they pop them all when we going to come back. We need to go to our cells. And other white dudes, they shoot to their rooms and clean up and all that stuff and things of that nature. And the word is passing. We're going to be locked down. So when they go by the count, they done went in there and wore this dude ass out. They done stabbed him up. And whoever else knows what things they did to him, which I found out later, all the things that they did to that young white dude up in there. About this cup. About a cup. A plastic cup that people will buy out here in the street and basically throw away. You know what I'm saying? After they use it so many times. No big deal, but the cup meant a lot in there, you know. And once I get to going through my stuff, I'm going to start showing y'all some of these different things that I still have, you know, that I brought home with me that meant things to me, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm bringing all this about so you can understand my mental state after seeing this. And then they carted him out. The nurses came and they carted him out the room, and he's bloody. And in prison, they take tampons and put to seal the holes in your wounds that you get in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's the best they can do until they can get you up there to their infirmary, which is low budget. Your medical is always low budget in prison. And then they take you, flight for life, you out of there. You subject to be dead. You know, they don't not really caring. But I see this. I'm 17, sitting in my room. My teacher telling me, yeah, mind your business. You know, that's what it is. That's prison. That's what happens in here. I'm thinking in my mind behind a cup. Behind a cup. This man possibly has lost his life behind a cup, which that's stenciled on. But that was that man's property and for years. And I have to admit, I became attached to my little stuff as time went on. Those little things meant so much to me inside of there, you know, and things that on the street, they don't mean that much to people out on the street. But until next time, I got to go put these sports bets in, and I got to get this thing started. But I'm gonna try to drop a video every chance I get, and move this thing forward to try to generate the support that I need. So when I go back and speak to the council and meet up with my other fellow ex-felon brothers, you know what I'm saying, that I did time with, you know, these lifers that I was in there with, will have enough support to generate what I need to get done, because I have a big dreams and passions on how to assist these kids and turn some of them around. Can't turn 100% of them around, although that's what I'm shooting for. I cannot subscribe to help one, and I'm gonna try to help all the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe it can be done. But until next time, I see y'all later. I got somebody pull it up. And I will see y'all later. Y'all say out. This is JJM27, Zaddy Sports. Like, think, subscribe. Peace.